Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Karen Stewart, thank you so much for the sub for 3 months in advance. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the support. Enjoy your emotes and your new little sub badge. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Your support really does mean the world to me. I appreciate you. Hello everybody. Sam, hello, welcome in. Thank you all for redeeming your daily sunflowers. It's good to see you all. Welcome everyone. I love that we already have our nice little chatter about the news. Yeah, we'll get all caught up. We'll try to hash things out. I am very curious to hear all of your thoughts, that's for sure, because it was a lot. It was a lot to process, and I have mixed feelings. We'll put it that way. I have mixed feelings. Some things I'm excited about, some things I'm okay with, some things don't sit right with my spirit, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Hello. I'm hoping they adjust the price of moonstones and up the moonstone drop rate since it's no longer free to play. Didn't they say they wouldn't paywall characters? No, they said from the beginning that there potentially would be characters paywalled. And that reminds me, let me pull up that FAQ so that we can kind of look at what they had said originally versus what is happening right now. Disney Dreamlight Valley FAQ, because they released an FAQ about payment. Oh, they already updated some stuff. Maybe they have already gotten rid of that. Sorry, I'm looking for this certain FAQ. Okay, I think this is it. No, that's not it. I'll look for it in a minute. But yeah, they had said that there would be characters behind paid expansions eventually. Once it was out of early access, which it will be out of early access when that happens. Hello everyone. Oh yeah, Saria, so I did get on earlier because originally I wasn't planning on streaming, so I already like went in and checked my Scrooge stuff like early this morning. But the mailbox, they're giving out like red candy because apparently it wasn't spawning correctly. I won't fall asleep in this stream, Peaky promise. Yes, yeah, players who already own the game will get the house, clothes, and pet in the golden edition. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Characters being behind, but it was initially stated that way in the beginning. Yeah, no, it has always been that way. Yeah. I think what yeah, I think we'll get there. We'll get there. I think it will still be on Game Pass. I don't think it's gonna leave Game Pass. Of course, welcome in, Jess. Have fun doing your dishes. I'm not jealous. That's my least favorite chore. I hate it. But hopefully I can keep you company a little bit. Or maybe you love doing dishes. And that's great. Hi Rayanne, thank you so much for the sub and for 2 months. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, there's so much going on right now. I think we should just get started. Let's just get started. Let's pull it up. Disney Dreamlight Valley news. I am going to walk us through their blog post, and we're gonna look at everything. We're gonna talk about everything because there's a lot happening. Okay, here we go. Hello, hello, TGIF. Yeah, okay, so let me just start with saying this. So at first, originally we were supposed to talk, or we were supposed to play Cult of the Lamb today, but Disney Dreamlight Valley decided to drop this massive chunk of news. So I was like, all right, we have to talk about it. We have to do this. So we will do Cult of the Lamb like next week. Even though like I was doing it today because of Halloween, it'll be after Halloween at that point, but it's fine. It's still a great game no matter what time of year it is. So we'll play that next week, but we got to do Disney Dreamlight Valley today. Golden Edition, we'll look at it, but it's one of the new editions that's going to come out for full release. So like how right now we have the Founders Pack and we have the different levels of the Founders Pack. The Golden Edition is going to be like the higher level of the game, the base game that comes out. Higher level of like the full release game, I should say. Okay. I think it'll still be on Game Pass. I haven't heard anything about it coming off of Game Pass, so I don't think, it being a paid game, I don't think it's going to necessarily impact what happens with Game Pass. Yeah. I have it on Game Pass, the standard edition, the Founders Pack, right? So the standard edition will be like different, I guess, technically, once it comes out on the 5th of December. But your Founders Pack, you'll still have it. But you might have gotten extra stuff in the Founders Pack, depending on what Founders Pack you got. But you'll still have that stuff. Okay. Let's look through this. Let me just zoom in a titch. All right. So, first things first. They have their very first expansion pass. So the expansion pass is basically like DLC. It's a paid expansion, and we'll talk about, I definitely want to like look and like talk about what all is going to be in it, in just a minute. But before we talk about that, they're going to have a showcase on November 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is next Wednesday. So this Wednesday coming up. And in the showcase, they're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. They're going to be talking about, they're going to dive into the expansion pass. So I guess they'll give us more details about that. They're going to show an all new adventure across Eternity Isle, which I'll get to that in just a minute. I got to kind of keep things orderly because there's so much. But they're also on the showcase, they're going to be talking about, they're going to reminisce over their favorite moments from the past year. They're going to give us a glimpse at upcoming updates, which I assume they're talking about the free updates that we're going to be getting. And they're going to unveil much anticipated multiplayer features. So I think we're finally going to get our answers about what is coming in multiplayer. So that I'm really excited about. And I think I'm going to try to co-stream, because you can usually like co-stream. I need to look into it. But usually you can like co-stream stuff like that. And that is actually during my normal streaming time anyways. Because 1 p.m. Eastern it's only like an hour off. It's 12. So it's like right around the time I usually start stream on Wednesdays anyways. So I'm going to try to co-stream it so that we can all watch it together and chat if y'all want to do that. Because I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about. So. So the question is Expansion Pass Act 2 of the story. I don't know technically if it is, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that they've been teasing is going to be in this. So like some of the hints and stuff that have been dropping have been like, oh, we might go see new biomes. We're going to get a new tool, which is this one right here. I assume, we're going to have new frontiers, which this whole thing feels like the new frontier. So I don't know if it's technically Act 2 or if we're also going to be getting Act 2 that is like, Act 2 that's like in free content updates, because we're also still going to be getting free content updates in addition to the expansion pass. So I don't know if it's technically Act 2 or not. Yeah. Hello, Sheena. A traveling tool. Yeah, I think so too. I think that tool is going to be what gets us to travel to this new area. And I feel like the new area is going to be in a different time. So we travel through the rift, right? Okay. So let's talk about the expansion then. I'm going to open the image in a new tab so we can zoom in as well. But okay, so the expansion pack is coming out on December 5th. Right? Yeah, December 5th. It's called Disney Dreamlight Valley, A Rift in Time. It is paid. And it says all new adventure across Eternity Isle, where you'll meet new friends, which it looks like we have Rapunzel, Eve, and Gaston, which is interesting because these are all 3 characters that have been like heavily hinted at, if not outright shown, that are going to be coming. And so we are getting those characters confirmed. And yeah, they're going to be part of this paid expansion. Discover new biomes. So again, that's another thing that they've been hinting at. But, and we are getting them, but they are paid, which I didn't expect that the biomes would be part of the paid expansion, but that's what it is. And new gameplay features. So whatever that means, I guess we'll see more about it at the showcase. So they did release the key art. And I want to look at the key art up close, because there's a lot to unpack in this. A lot. It looks like a globe. Yeah, so it does. I think it is a time travel thing somehow, because there's an hourglass inside of it. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be a very large expansion because it's introducing several characters, probably its own storyline, and the new biomes, which, okay, so oh my god, there's so much. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, let's talk about the Aladdin castle in the back. So it looks like Agrabah's palace in the back, which tracks with the roadmap. They gave us a sneak peek, and it was the I can't think of the hourglass, the sand thing from Aladdin. So that tracks. And so we have Agrabah, the palace back here, but notice it's broken, which I feel like is going to have something to do with the story. Yeah. So somehow something happened to the castle, and we'll probably have to fix that. Yeah. So there's that. Now let's look at okay, obviously we saw the characters. The characters are Gaston, Rapunzel, and Eve. And it looks like we're going to be getting, I can't really tell if it's 2 biomes or 3 biomes. And let me know what you think, because this is going to be 1 biome. So it looks very like green and lush. It looks, it kind of reminds me of like the forest in Tangled, because I feel like this is going to be kind of like there's going to be like a lot of Tangled sort of stuff in here. So there's that. And then we have the desert biome back here. Now, what I'm not sure about is this one over here on the side. I can't tell if that's part of the desert biome, or if if we're also going to be getting, because they have a lot of this like ancient civilization looking stuff right here, like the ruins. I can't tell if that is implying that it's going to be its own biome, or if they're just going to kind of have that stuff in the biomes. But it looks like I'm kind of leaning towards 2. We're going to be getting 2 biomes, a desert and like a forest. So yeah, and I definitely think that means that we're going to be getting Aladdin, or some Aladdin characters. I wonder how we're going to be able to move the character's house between the islands. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting, but I definitely think we're going to be able to. I just don't know how it's going to work. I don't think the monkey is a boo. I think the monkey is either a pet that we're going to be able to get, or a new critter type. Little critter on the bottom right is a capybara. Yeah, we'll look at the houses that are back there in just a second. They might be adding more Encanto characters in the back, maybe. The boat, okay, the boat, yeah, that is from Typhoon Lagoon. Yeah, so let's look at the boat. Lean, you told me that in the Discord, and then I looked it up and I confirmed that is definitely it. So Typhoon Lagoon is a here it is right here. Here it is right here. So that is definitely it, 100%, no question. Typhoon Lagoon is from a Disney park. It's a Disney water park thing. And I'm assuming that that's going to be a premium skin, since I don't know, I don't think there's anybody necessarily who lives in there, and there is a precedent for Disney park buildings as house skins. Like we have the Haunted Mansion. So yeah, so Typhoon Lagoon for that. Yeah. Hey Peyton, December 5th. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a home skin. I run out of room in my valley. Definitely hope new biomes are part of valley to build in. Yeah, so there's gonna be 2 new biomes, or at least 2. I am assuming. They haven't said specifically 2, but I'm seeing at least 2 on here on this key art. So there's gonna be probably 2 new biomes in the expansion pack. Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna be able to not only like build new homes there, but it looks like we're going to be able to move existing homes over there. So yeah, it could be like the Tower of Terror. Yeah, it could be just like a decor item for sure. For sure. Yeah, it could be 3. Yeah. But I'm seeing at least 2 for sure on here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and look at the houses while we're talking about the houses. So I see they have a bunch of houses back here. This looks like the default player house. There is Wally's house down here. And this house back here, I think, is Gaston's house. That's what I think. Let me show y'all my evidence. It definitely has the aesthetic of like Beauty and the Beast. Let's look at this stuff. Okay, this is what kind of confuses me though, all right? Okay, so everyone look at the house. Remember what the house looks like, because we're going to pull up some images here. Let's just do Gaston's house in Disney. All right, so first of all, here's Gaston's Tavern from Disney Parks. So I'm seeing a similar, it's not exactly the same, but you see the green shutters. Okay, so there's the green shutters. And that's it again right here. So there's the green shutters right there. Just the architecture overall just looks like that, right? It just looks like the Beauty and the Beast, the architecture from the Beauty and the Beast town. But what was kind of tripping me out is that it kind of looks like this is Belle's cottage. Like, doesn't that house look like Belle's cottage? That is what's weird to me, because it's like, it can't be Belle's cottage, because why would Gaston be in Belle's cottage? But what's making me think that is like just kind of the shape of it. And then there is the green shutters right there. And then there's also the little weather vane at the top. So that's like kind of like confusing me a little bit. Let's go back. Yeah, you see the weather vane at the top, the shape of it, it's kind of pointy, right? And then there's the green shutters, but either way, I'm pretty sure that's going to be Gaston's house. So yeah, of course. Thank you so much for popping in, Abby. Have fun at work. I don't think we've seen Gaston's house in any Disney film. I don't think so. Oh, it could be a house skin. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe it is her cottage you can buy, like, premium. That's a good point. Okay. This, y'all see this right here? Do y'all think that's just a rock, or do y'all think that's a house? Because to me, this in between the player house and the Gaston-ish, or just spit food, the Gaston-ish house, that kind of looks like a rock house, but I can't tell if it's actually a house or if it's just part of the rocks in the background. Yeah, this is going to be a paid expansion, Cassie. Yes, it is. Oh, that would be cool if they gave Gaston the bar. Yeah, it looks like a rock, but it also kind of looks like a house, because I feel like I'm seeing structures around the outside of it, and there's a little fence around it, right? So I feel like this is going to be a house, but I don't know. No, they haven't said anything about Skull Rock, but maybe we'll hear about it, because they said they're going to talk about more content updates besides the expansion, so maybe we'll hear more about that in the showcase next week. All right, and then moving over here, we've got Wally's Garden right here, and there's, I think that's Wally right there. We've got Rapunzel's house. We've got Mini Casita, and we've got this Typhoon Lagoon house, which I think that's going to be a premium skin, and that is, yeah, we already have Mirabelle's house. Yeah. Now, the reason why I think that, oh, the tents from Bazaar's like in the Aladdin film, so maybe it's like Aladdin's house. That's a good point. Let me look up Aladdin. Because Aladdin kind of lives, before he moves to the palace, obviously, he kind of lives in just this like old building. But yeah, that might be some, like, where they live, perhaps. They meaning would be like Aladdin and Jasmine, but maybe just Aladdin. I don't know. It just depends. Yeah, I think the animals are going to be new critters. Yeah. The camera that I use is a Sony ZV-1. Okay, so the cave that he goes into, like the mines, yeah, could be that too, for sure. Now, the reason why, so I was thinking about, why are they showing us houses that we already have? Like, why do we have Wally's house? Why do we have our player house? Why do we have Mirabelle's house? And I think the reason why they're showing that is because they're giving us a hint, or they're basically telling us that we're going to be able to move our existing characters and our house into these new biomes. I think that's why they have these here, is to tell us that we're going to be able to do that. We're going to be able, you know, these biomes, once they're unlocked, we'll be able to fully like move in and out of them and all that stuff. So that's why I think they have those. If they bring Mirabelle's family, I'm hoping the house expands. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that the house does look a little bit larger. I can't remember if the house has this like tall this tall part on the back, but the house does look a little bit larger, don't y'all think? I can exile the candy house. Yeah, more places for me to shove the candy house away from sight. If you look up Jafar's lair, it looks like it's inside a rock. Oh, interesting. Yeah. It'd make the most sense to me that Aladdin and Jasmine would get the castle. Yeah, totally. No, totally. But I don't know, is this a house that we're gonna get, or is it just like a building that we're gonna be in as part of the quest? I don't know. Yes, they're adding more sections. Yeah, so at least 2. It appears that we're gonna have at least 2 new biomes. They are part of a paid expansion, though. No, it's not today, Rebecca. This expansion is going to launch on December 5th. All right. Welcome in, Kristen. Yeah, we're going over all of it right now. The biggest thing that we've talked about so far is that there's going to be a paid expansion coming on December 5th that is going to include pretty much all the stuff that you see here. Okay, so let's look at some other stuff that I'm seeing here. Let's come down in the front. So we see, all right, I see these little mine gems things, which are new. So I think we might get some new mines, perhaps, because they kind of look like the Vitalist crystals a little bit. So we might get some new mines, or maybe those will be out on the ground and we'll have to break them to get crystals. Something like that. There's this cactus here, which I feel like maybe we'll be getting some new styles of underbrush to put out for decorations. And then this snake, I think, is probably going to be the new critter. So you know how like every biome has its distinct like critter that lives there. So when we get the new biomes, we'll be getting new critters, presumably. And so this snake is probably going to be in the desert one. Yeah. I think it might be like the main castle for the Isle. Like there's the big castle in the valley. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Yeah, yeah, that sounds right. Like it's going to be the big castle. Yeah. Of the area. Just like we have our big castle thing next to the plaza. I already took the 1st and 5th off for the showcase and launch. Amazing. Yeah. So we'll talk about the pricing. I just ate some pickled okra and like it got stuck in my throat. I'm not super mad about any of it, but to me, it's not that there's a paid expansion. It's that they've walked back the free-to-play. That is kind of the thing that's a little bit like, I don't know about that, you know? Paid expansions, they've been clear from the beginning that paid expansions were going to be a thing. They've been clear from the beginning that there was going to be free content updates and there was going to be paid content updates, and that there would be characters and etc. locked behind a paywall. So this is not a surprise to me. I wasn't really expecting it so soon, but I guess I also wasn't really like not expecting it so soon. I just wasn't really thinking about it. I've just been kind of focused on what is Act 2 and like what's that going to be. So yeah, this is not a surprise to me. This doesn't bother me because they've been clear about this from the beginning. I'm actually excited about it. Would I prefer it to be free? Obviously. Like, obviously. Do I think $30 is a little bit steep? I guess we're gonna have to see like how much content it really does add to the game. But yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise. Or at least, I mean, I guess not everyone follows everything as closely as I do, but I'll just say that they have been telling us that this was going to happen. But the thing that I think has some people up in arms, and even I feel a little bit weird about it, is the fact that they said that the game was going to be free to play, and it's not going to be free to play. They said that that's not going to happen now. So that's where I think a lot of people are finding the issue, if that makes sense. I was kind of expecting it not to be free to play. It costs money to have people work on this. As long as they're paying the staff fairly, I will keep paying. Yeah. I mean, I've kind of been... we can talk about that more in just a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but because I kind of wanted to go like in order of the blog. I'm of two minds on it. Obviously, I'm always an advocate for paying developers and paying developers fairly. But I mean, like, they are getting money. Like, they are getting money from these paid expansions, the Moonstones. So, but I don't know. I guess I'm not privy to their finances as a company. I don't know how many people are buying moonstones. I don't know, like, I don't know any of that. So, I don't know. I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, okay. I wasn't done looking at this. Let's look at this real quick. Expansion pack is basically just and it's expansion pass is just like a paid DLC. So it's $30 and you're going to get access to a new storyline, new characters, new biomes, a bunch of new gameplay and stuff like that. And yeah, we are getting Rapunzel. Yeah. We have to pay for the update separately, then the expansion. Is that what's happening? No. The expansion is the update. And then they're also going to continue having free updates, if that makes sense. So on the, okay, let me kind of break down like the basics, like the timeline, I guess. So December 5th is our big date, right? On December 5th, the game is going to officially come out of early access. Okay, so it will be no longer considered early access. That by itself is not really going to change anything as far as your regular gameplay. So if you've been playing, if you're a Founders Pack person and you've been playing, that by itself is not going to change anything, except there are going to be some rewards that we'll get if you're a Founders Pack person, which I'll go over what those are in just a minute. It's like moonstones and some items. Also on December 5th, this expansion pass is launching. Now, this is an optional paid thing. It costs $30. And you can buy that starting on December 5th. And that will add a bunch of new stuff to the game. New area, new biomes, new characters, new gameplay, new everything that comes with the biome, like new plants, new critters, new blah, blah, blah. So if you pay for that, then you will get access to that on December 5th. Now, since the game is coming out of early access on December 5th, the Founders Pack will no longer be available. So if you don't have the game yet, you won't be able to buy the Founders Pack edition of the game anymore. Instead, they're going to move to a new pricing structure that's going to have the plain Disney Dreamlight Valley edition, the cozy edition, and the gold edition. Okay, which I'll talk about what is in each of those in a minute. I know this is a lot. This is really a lot to process. You can go to their blog. Their blog has it all laid out. We're going through it, but you can also go check that out if you want to like look at everything and try to get a handle on everything. We're not going to have to pay every time there's an update. They have said that they're going to still continue to have free updates, free content updates in addition to the expansion passes. Free to play is not an option, but also maybe it'll be an option in the future. Perhaps. They said the foreseeable future, so they didn't say never, but it kind of seems like never to me. The new paid content almost seems like it will be like double the game. The original game was 30 as well. But the original game is not going to be 30 anymore once it comes out of early access. Which honestly might, well, I don't know. We'll talk about it. At the same time, the community was upset about it going free to play so much that they make it every single thread on DDV Reddit for like 6 months. So what did they expect? Disney listened. That's true. A lot of that's a good point. So a lot of people were afraid of what might happen if the game goes free to play, because if the game goes free to play, then that basically requires Gameloft, to the developers, to then rely purely on moonstones and extra content and stuff like that for their income, right? And so, I mean, I'm sure y'all have played free-to-play games. A lot of them get very, like, greedy, like, not necessarily greedy, but I don't know, y'all have played, like, those mobile games that are free-to-play, and it's, like, eventually, it's, like, you can't even really play anymore without having to spend money, right? If they now that they've chosen not to make it free to play, I think it's less likely that that's going to happen. So we're going to see more of what we've already seen, which is pay for the game, get occasional free content updates. We'll just have to see how that changes, because they've been about every 2 to 3 months, every 3 to 4 months since launch, and we'll just have to see how regular they still are. But now we also have the addition of the paid expansion passes, which I don't think are going to be very, very often. Maybe one, I don't know. If I had to guess, 1 or 2 a year, but I don't know. They just shouldn't have said it'll be free because they knew it was going to get popular, but I can understand why they would, and I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not a decision that they just made lightly, you know. I haven't heard anything about it coming off of Game Pass. I assume that it's going to stay on Game Pass. They also made it super easy to get Moonstones with Dream Snaps. Yes. Yeah. I honestly don't know a game that is free to play and free DLC. Yeah, I don't think I do either. If you already have the game, you have the Founders Pack. That's a great question. Yeah, so if you have the game right now, you have the Founders Pack. There's just different levels of the Founders Pack. So you might have gotten Deluxe, you might have gotten Ultimate, but either way, it's the Founders Pack. And the Founders Pack is still you don't have to buy the game again. You're like, nothing will change. You're not going to lose anything. It's just, once it goes full release on December 5th, unless nothing is really going to change for you, except you'll get some stuff. Yeah, no, Anna, if you have any questions, Anna Louise, let me know. I'm going to try to make it as clear as I can to the best of my ability. The price is increasing for the base game. Yeah, it is increasing. Thank you for the follow, Fallen Leaves. And HB Lawson, thank you for the follow as well. And thank y'all for the hype train. What the heck? I didn't even see, like, that there was a hype train earlier. I was so, like, just, like, in my head thinking about all this. Thank y'all for that earlier. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, new update is December 5th, right? Speedstorm is an excellent example of free-to-play with massive microtransactions. That is true. That game is heavy on microtransactions. Yeah, so what we don't want, or at least what I think most people don't want, is excessive microtransactions. We have the premium shop, yes, but we don't want pay to win, right? We don't want like, oh, pay for Moonstones and get this special pay for Moonstones and get a pickaxe, pay for a pickaxe polish or whatever. Like, we don't want everything to be microtransaction to death. And maybe they looked at their numbers and they were like, hey, like, we're gonna have to, if we do go free to play, then, maybe they were worried about the money that they would bring in that way. Hello, Jonesy. How you doing, Jonesy girl? Hello, Sam. I don't think it's gonna change anything for Game Pass. I don't think it will. Yeah. I did get that pickaxe polish. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Fish. Appreciate you. It makes me comfy, that's for sure. Yeah, so the thing to think about with, like, Disney is, like, yeah, Disney does make some money for this, but the people who are calling the shots on all of this stuff, it's not Disney, it's Gameloft. Obviously Disney is careful with their IP, but Disney is not making this game. Gameloft has the IP of Disney characters, and I mean, I don't know how much Disney has on, like, how much control they have kind of on a day-to-day basis. I'm sure they probably have a couple people from Disney that are somewhat involved. That would be my guess. But it's Gameloft making these decisions, not Disney, the company. I've been on DDLV since day one, and honestly, I'm okay with it not being free to play. I'm just wondering if I should drop the 70 or if I should just get the $30 DLC and then get the 1050 moonstones versus the $1,500 moonstones. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just kind of up to your discretion. Okay, back to the picture real quick. So there's something else. So there's a capybara, which I believe is going to be the critter in whatever this green biome. They're adding in capybaras as critters that I'm sure you can befriend and then have around as a pet. And we also have some new types of crops. So we have turnips. This purple one over here looks like a sweet potato. Some peppers, and I don't know what this is. What is this, y'all? Do y'all know what this is over here on the very end, on the corner? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it does look jungle themed. It does. Definitely jungle themed, I think. Yeah. Yeah, 2 new biomes, at least 2, I assume. I don't know this for sure. They haven't officially said it, but it looks like we're getting at least 2. The new expansion pack they have information about it on the website a little bit, but it's not going to be out till December 5th. Yeah. I think the snake is going to be a new critter that we can befriend. Oh. Y'all can't see it. Well, let's zoom in a little bit more then. Perhaps. Can I zoom in more? My chat is... There we go. How about that? What do we think? This one on the edge right here. I think there's definitely something to be said for, like, if you've been playing the game, it doesn't really affect, like, for people who have already paid for the game, it doesn't really affect us, whether it goes free to play or not, because, like, we already have the game. But what I think about, and what is troubling, I guess, to me, is that I know a lot of people have been waiting to play the game because of the price, right? And they've been waiting for it to go free to play, because that was the only way that it was going to be accessible to them. And so that's the only thing that's kind of like makes me feel a little bit bad. And it's not like, I'm not saying like every game should be free so that everyone can play it. Obviously, I'm not saying that, because like I said earlier, developers do deserve to be paid for their work, for their time, in order to continue to provide content updates and blah, blah, blah. But the thing that makes this different to me is that they've been saying that it was going to be free to play. So that's just what I think about with that. Yeah, I definitely think Jafar is going to be probably here, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that snake. I think that snake is going to be just a critter in the world. A Rift in Time releases on December 5th. Yeah, I think so. I think the new tool is going to be this one that she's holding right here, which is probably going to be the tool that allows us to go back in time, but... yeah. Oh, yeah, the monkey. I forgot about the monkey. The monkey. Another critter, probably? That's kind of what I think. Another critter. Yeah, Jafar. Yeah. Yeah, Eve is coming. Yeah, Eve is going to be here. I think once we have a bunch more paid DLC, it'll become free to play like The Sims 4 has. Yeah, potentially. That's true. That's a good point. Because they said foreseeable future. They didn't say never. So. Will they have the video from the, on the 1st, because I'll be at work when it originally airs? Probably. Because they're going to stream it on YouTube, and it'll probably stay up. I think it's going to be a different world, Haley, because they're calling it the, what did they call it? Eternity Isle is what it's called. So this area that you see behind is called Eternity Isle. So I think it is a different valley. And I believe that it is in a different time in the past or the future or something like that. So it looks like we're going to be leaving our valley and we're going to be having adventures in a different place, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I hear that, Lunar Dino. Yeah, same. Yeah, $30 for a whole new island. Yeah. 1 a.m. for me when it streams, but I'm up right now at 2 a.m. watching this stream. And I'm also going to be live streaming it. I'm going to be like co-streaming it if I can. I'm going to figure that out in between now and then. So we'll be watching it together on this stream. So, and I know that I will have that video available, I think, if I can. But either way, if you miss this stream, if you miss that stream, I'm sure they'll keep it up on YouTube. So. Yeah, I mean, okay, so again, I think that it's fair for developers to charge money for games because they have to pay their employees. They have to pay for the costs of producing the game. And they have been providing us with free content updates for a while now. So I don't think that it's like necessarily greedy of them to be charging $30 for this update. But everybody's ability to pay for things is going to be different. And it's just kind of that sucky reality of life. Yeah. Okay, let's, Moonstone price for a not free to play game. Yeah, I get that for sure. Okay, let's look at some more stuff. So again, global launch. Let me move this over a little bit. Global launch on December 5th. Early access has been valuable. Blah blah blah. So as I said earlier, global launch early. It will be leaving early access on December 5th. And again, if you have the Founders Pack, it's not going to change anything for you. Like it says, as we transition to launch, existing players will keep their access to the game, their Moonstones, and their save game. So nothing is going to change unless you buy the expansion. And then this is where they talk about the update on free-to-play. With the learnings we've gained from early access, we've made the decision to remain a paid game for the foreseeable future. This means we'll not make the transition to be a free-to-play game when we leave early access on December 5th. So they didn't say never, but they also don't really give us anything. Like, foreseeable future means who knows if it'll actually happen or not. So, yeah. No, I'm with you, Jonesy. Yeah, that's a very interesting like choice, and we'll look at that little chart that they gave in a minute about like whether you should get the gold edition and blah 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 blah. Yes, Xbox Game Pass does count as the Founders Pack, I believe. Let's point out people pay more for kits and packs in Sims 4, single map expansions in COD and Battlefield. You pay for what you want. I think it's personally a fair price so far. Yeah, yes. I think we're gonna have at least 2. I think we'll probably have 2. I think, but we might have more. Yeah. So Megan, we're talking about the new updates that they just, not like update like content update, but like they dropped some news about the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley. So they said that there's a couple of different things, and we're kind of going into it, but what we've talked about so far is the expansion pass, which is going to be a $30 expansion that's going to add a new biomes and new characters. And then that they're not doing they're getting rid of free to play. Or they're not going to do free to play. They haven't had it, but they're not going to be changing to it. And yes, they are still going to have free content updates going forward as well. Yeah, I think, okay, so the game, yes, from my understanding, the Game Pass version of the game is just the base Founders Pack that you can get right now. So if you want any of the extra stuff, like that they have in the deluxe or the ultimate edition, then you have to pay for that on Game Pass. Okay. The choice ensures that, so this is, then they give their explanation about why they're not doing free to play. This choice ensures that Disney Dreamlight Valley will be able to continue delivering on a premium game experience for all players. It's important to us that we maintain our promise to keep delivering free content updates that add new characters, realms, clothing, furniture, and more surprises to your valley. So their explanation is that in order for them to continue delivering free content updates, they're not going to be doing free to play. Purchasing requiring Moonstones will remain optional, fair, and match the level of quality players have come to expect. So whether or not Moonstones prices are fair is definitely up for debate. I do think that it's gotten better since they introduced Dream Snaps, and I will say that the quality of the premium items is good, I think, in my opinion. I think that some of the stuff I'm not into and I just don't buy it, but there's a lot of stuff like the premium house skins and like some of the furniture items and stuff I really like. So, but if I don't like it, I just don't get it. Players will still be able to collect free Moonstones via Dream Snaps and chests, or optionally choose to purchase them. So yeah. Premium experience is a little generous with how glitchy the game has been, TBH, but maybe that's just my opinion. No, that's totally fair. That's a totally fair opinion to have. Totally fair. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on... Yeah, so what we're talking about right now is the update, not like content update, but like the news that Disney Dreamlight Valley just dropped. Do you think who has to purchase premium will get the expansion free? No, only if you buy the gold edition, which we'll talk about in just a second. But no, you're not going to get it for free. Sadly. Okay, so here's the new game editions. Okay, so this is a lot. Let's look at this. Let's zoom in a bit. All right. A little bit out. Okay. So right now at this very moment, because the game this is starting on December 5th. So on December 5th, like I said, the game will no longer be in early access, which means that the Founders Edition, which is if you own the game currently, you have the Founders Edition. You might have gotten the deluxe version, the whatever the other ones, but you have the Founders pack at the moment if you bought it, right? If you have it currently. But those are going to go away on December 5th because it's not Founders anymore because it's not early access, and so the names of them are going to change, as well as some other stuff is going to change as well. No, I feel you. I feel you. Rip my bank account as well. Yes, the expansion pack will add to your existing game, right? Hi Gooblin. It's going good. We're just trying to break down all this information. We've got a lot of chatting, a lot to chat about, I should say. We're having good combos here. You do not have to rebuy the game. No. You do not have to rebuy the game. If you have the Founders Edition, when I say go away, I'm sorry, I don't mean, okay, let me back up because that was confusing the way I worded that. It's not going to go away as in if you bought it, you're not losing it, but you won't be able to buy it, if that makes sense. So like if I don't own Disney Dreamlight Valley and I want to buy it on December 6th, I can no longer purchase the Founders Edition. So it's not going to be available anymore. But if you have it, if you've been playing it, then you're still going to have it. You're still going to have the game. You're going to have all your stuff. You're going to have all your progress, etc. I'm sorry. That was very confusing the way I worded that. I just realized that. Yes, but the expansion is going to cost more money for everybody. What if the Game Pass has the standard pack, but I cross-play on Steam with the Founders pack? That I don't know. Nicole, I do not know the answer to that question. Yeah, Game Pass, I don't know. So you will still be able to, like, if you're playing on Game Pass, if you have it on Game Pass, to my understanding, that's not going to go away. Like, you're not going to not be able to play it on Game Pass anymore. I think it'll just change. It'll just change to this base Dreamlight Valley game. Thank you all so much for the follows. Not Christian, thank you so much. Ash, thank you. Risa Roo, thank you. Jonesy Girl, thank you. Luir05, thank you so much. You're welcome, Katie. Yes, you will no longer be able to get the early access stuff after December. Correct. All the cosmetics that are part of those editions right now won't be available. Right, to get for the first time. But if you already have them, you'll still get to keep them. You don't have to pay more if you already have it, unless you want the expansion pack. Then you will have to pay more for the expansion pack. But you won't have to pay anything else. Once it's December 5th, if you already have the game, your edition, your game is just going to roll over into be considered full release, and you won't have to buy it again at all. They haven't put multiplayer in yet, but we're going to learn more about multiplayer in their showcase next week. Excuse me. My fear is that with Game Pass, they drop games all the time and you lose access to them. Will that happen with this game if it goes off of Game Pass? Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah. I think it would. But here's the thing though. Okay, so let's say that the game goes off of Game Pass, right? There's crossplay. So you have your account, right? So let's say the game goes off of Game Pass. Obviously, then you will have to purchase the game. If it does. They have not said that this is going to happen, but if it were to ever happen, right? If it were to ever happen and it goes off Game Pass, you would, if you still wanted to play, you would have to purchase the game, but then you would still get all your stuff because you would sign in with your account, and it has your saves in the cloud. So like I have the game on Game Pass and I have the game on Steam, and I cross-play between those two all the time. So anything that I do on my Steam will happen, that will be up to date when I log in on Xbox. So that would be the situation then. Like you wouldn't lose all your progress as long as you were keeping your cloud save up to date. So make sure you always keep, especially if you're on Game Pass, make sure you always keep your cloud save up to date, just in case, if that makes sense. Of course, Jay Coy. I'm happy to do it. This is fun. This is really fun. Yeah, so we don't know if that's going to happen, but, that kind of thing does happen, so. The whole justification for not going free to play was to be able to do free updates, but then they changed. Well, they are going to be still doing free updates. They have a paid expansion coming out, but they are still going to be doing free updates as well. We just don't have any info on it at the moment. But they're going to talk more about it next week in the showcase. Okay, let's look at these editions. So on December 5th, if you are purchasing the game for the first time, or if you're purchasing it again on a different platform, there are 3 different options for you. There's the Dreamlight Valley, just the plain Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is the base game. No expansion pass included. It will be only digital. You will get 8,000 moonstones with your purchase, no exclusive items, and the cost is $39.99. So the price is going up. The price is going up for the base game. Then there's the Cozy Edition. Now, the Cozy Edition is already available on Switch in the US, and it is coming out in Switch globally, or North America, I should say. North America Switch region. Other regions of the Switch and all the other PS, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, it's coming out, I believe, on November 10th. So the Cozy Edition is potentially already available now. If not for your platform, it will be on November 10th. That is base game, physical copy. You get 14,500 moonstones. You get the cottage house skin, which is a skin that we've already seen in the premium shop. It's that purple cottage. 5 raccoon companion skins, the Cheshire Cat sweater, 1 out of 6 posters, like physical posters, and a sticker sheet. And that's $49.99. The expansion is called A Rift in Time. We were looking at it earlier. I'll probably go up, once I'm like wrapping up, we'll go up and look at it again real quick. But you can go to their website and it'll give you all the information in their news section about it. Allie, one thing that they mentioned in this blog post is that the game is no longer going to be free to play. They've gone back on that and they've said, actually, no, we're not doing that. Switch in US is digital. Yeah, so you get from my understanding, I haven't purchased it. Maybe y'all have purchased it already because it's out now, but I haven't purchased it. From my understanding, you get a physical like box, but the game is just a game code inside. Yeah, of course. It is very confusing. It's a lot. Hopefully they address their plans for Game Pass in the live stream. Hopefully. Because y'all have amazing questions about that. How do I know if my cloud save is updated? From the menu, you can click on cloud save and it like, I think it tells you from the main menu. Volarift, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Yeah, Bree, their reasoning for that, they kind of lay out some of their reasoning for that. I think they're going to talk more about it on their showcase next week. Their reasoning for that is that in order for them to continue being able to provide as many free content updates as they've been doing without relying too heavily on microtransactions, they have to keep the game paid, which I know. I don't like that they like said one thing and then walked back on it either. Thank you, Bella. They're from I have food in my mouth. Hang on. TIJNeyewear.com. The showcase is going to be on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Like their Disney Dreamlight Valley's page or Game Loft page. Thank you, Lunar. I appreciate that. That's what I'm trying to do. I really appreciate that you said that. Yeah. Okay, so Gold Edition. Gold Edition is going to be is one of the ones coming out on the 5th, I believe. That includes the base game. It also includes the expansion pass. So if you're buying Disney Dreamlight Valley for the first time, or you're buying it for the first time on a new platform, you might want to spring for the Gold Edition because it includes the expansion pass. It is going to be available digitally. You get 15,000 moonstones, which is a lot. You also get some items, which we'll look at. They have pictures of them. We'll look at that in just a second. You get flowery capybara, animal companion, flowery summer cottage house style, artist overalls, avatar costume, which y'all are going to see, but it is good. Okay. That costs $69.99. And then if you're just buying the expansion pass, so like if you already have the base game, then the expansion pass is, obviously it comes with the expansion pass. It is the expansion pass. It's digital. It comes with 5,000 moonstones and it doesn't have any exclusive items, but like it obviously has all the content that you get in the expansion pass. I don't think the Cozy Edition is coming to PC. I don't think so. But you know what I think I'm going to do? I was going to get the Cozy Edition, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Gold Edition for Switch. I think that's what I'm going to do instead. Because I was going to get Cozy Edition for Switch, but now I'm like, actually, no, you know what? No, I'm not. I take it back. I'm not going to do that. And I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll see why. Okay. So then it says, as a thank you to our early access players, all unique cosmetic items included in the upcoming, this is why I'm not going to buy Gold Edition. As a thank you to our early access players, all unique cosmetic items included in the upcoming Gold Edition will be given free of charge to any player who purchases and claims a Founders Pack in-game on or before December 4th, no matter the tier. Not only that, but all Founders will also receive 2,500 Moonstones to celebrate this exciting moment. So, these items right here are the Gold Edition cosmetic rewards. Oh my god, what just happened? No, stop that. Here they are. There's a desert biome because of the poster. Yeah, so there's the biomes that it appears that they're gonna have is a desert biome and like a jungle. Okay. This stuff is amazing, y'all. I'm obsessed. Okay. This cottage summer house, a dream. Artist overalls. Like, are you serious? Like, it's a costume, so it comes with the whole set. I can't get over it. Okay, so I personally like the white one, like the white sweater one the best, because I think it kind of matches my character's vibe and aesthetic more, but they're both amazing. And the boots and the little overalls and the little, oh, it's just so cute. It's so freaking cute. And it is clearly like Rapunzel, like Tangled themed, because obviously this one is like the purple. And then to me, these spots look like the lanterns at the bottom, and then it has the sun. But yeah, so that's that. And then lastly is the capybara here. Flowery capybara animal companion, which is a capybara that has Rapunzel's hair, which is so cute. Okay, so I'm seeing this question. So yes, if you currently have a Founders Pack, which again is any of the editions that currently exist. So if you have the game, purchase the game, and I don't know if that includes Game Pass. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. I would love clarification on that from Disney or from Gameloft. I want to say yes. But I don't know. But if you have a Founders Pack, which is any of the available versions of the game, whether you got Deluxe, Ultimate, blah, 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 then you will get these items for free. And you'll get 2,500 Moonstones. So, that being said, if you don't currently own the game and you want these items, but you don't want to pay for a gold edition, then you might want to go ahead and get the game now, sooner than later, before the 4th, because you'll still get the items. So that's just something to think about. And actually, honestly, just thinking about price, a little price breakdown. So the gold edition, so when the game releases for real, for full release on the 5th, it's going to be $39.99. Basically, we'll just say $40. The Rift in Time, the expansion is going to be $30. Together, that's $70, which is the price of the gold edition. If you know you want the expansion pass, and you buy the game right now is like $30. So if you bought the game now for $30, and then you would get the exclusive items when the game launches, the gold edition items, if you bought it right now, and then you could buy the expansion pass for $30, which would end up being cheaper overall, except the Moonstones, because you get a lot of Moonstones. 15,000 Moonstones is a lot. So it's just something to think about. You can kind of piece together like how you want to do it, right? There's a lot of different things that you can do, but it's just something to think about. Whew. If I have the game, but I want the items from the cozy pack, it's something I can do. You would have to buy the cozy pack, unfortunately. Which would then mean buying another version of the game. Unfortunately. Yeah, if you went out and bought Disney Dreamlight Valley, the $30 one right now, you would get these items on December 5th. Yeah, that's true, Nichols, but you do get moonstones and stuff. But I don't know. Really hoping you can get one expansion and it will work with any device. So if you want it on multiple devices, you can get the lowest level to the game. And anything else you buy is from GameLoft in your login. Yeah, I want to say that seems right. I feel like you would only have to buy the expansion once. Because like Dream Bundles, yeah, it's like a quest line that you purchase with Moonstones. You only have to buy those once. I know it's not really the same thing, but I don't know. Oh, I hope it does too. I hope it has the back entry. There you go, Nichols. I don't know the answer to your question, Yuli, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to look more into that because I'm not sure. If you have a basic on Xbox from Game Pass, will you still be able to get the Rift in Time edition? Yes, you would have to pay for it though. It's not out. Yeah, this is coming out on December 5th. Yeah. Hey Jen, yes, lots new. We're talking about some news that just dropped on Disney for Disney Dreamlight Valley. They dropped a bunch of news about a bunch of different things, including an expansion pack that's coming out, an update on free to play, which is that we're not getting free to play, and that it's coming out of early access on December 5th, so they're gonna have a lot of different additions and stuff. Yeah. I think this info drop left us with more questions than answers. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm glad, Ash. I'm glad I'm being helpful. With the extra 2,500 and 5,000 there, giving us and the 15,000 with the gold edition. Yeah. So like, if you bought Founders Pack edition right now, and then you waited, technically it would be $10 cheaper, but you would also not be getting the moonstones, as many moonstones. So yeah, your Xbox Game Pass questions, definitely like hang on to those questions because they're doing a live stream next week, and I think that hopefully they'll be taking questions, so maybe we can get that answered from them then. You're not going to lose your game, Tangerine Girl. No. If you bought any version of the game already, then you're not going to lose the game. Yeah. Okay, we talked about that. Disney Dreamlight Valley Cozy Edition is a special retail exclusive edition. It's now available for Nintendo Switch across North America. The Cozy Edition will be released globally for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on November 10th. And so then it gives you a link to more info about the Cozy Edition. So those are available. Depending on where you are, the Switch one might be available now. It looks like they'll be available for the US, okay? And you can go up and look at your own country, like on their site. It shows you where you can get them. So it looks like for the US, it's GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon, Target. For the UK, Amazon Game, Smith's Toys, the Game Collection, There's a store just called Game in the UK. What is that? I'm curious. Game.co.uk. Is it just like a game retailer? I love that. I love that it's just called Game. That's perfect. Sorry. Side note there. Yeah, moonstones altogether, you'll get more. True. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Yes, because the moonstones are pretty pricey. So, you know. If you bought the ultimate version of Dreamlight, you get 20,000. So we're still getting more than the gold edition. Yes, but the ultimate version is like, isn't it like $70? And if you buy the ultimate, you don't get the it's more moonstones. Yeah, absolutely. But it's also $70 and it doesn't include the expansion. So just something to think about there. It just kind of depends on how you want to do it. Yeah. $55.99 with Game Pass for the expansion. Walmart has it out in the US. My store carries it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to go to Target later, y'all. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to record a little TikTok vlog of me going to get the cozy edition. Yeah. This game will take my money. I will convince myself for girl math at any length. I know, Carmen. I've been seeing you like, girl math this, girl math. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah, it's true. The ultimate goes on sale every now and then. Yeah, if you want to buy it now, be watching because it goes on sale sometimes. Yes, that's right, Gabriella. Yes. You will get the gold edition exclusive items. As long any version of the game. So, what are the... Let me get out of this, actually. Let's look up... Hold on. Oh my god. Did I just dox myself? Just kidding. I don't think I did. Too much going on. Founders Pack editions. Why does it keep doing that? Standard. So these are the ones that are available right now, currently, minus the cozy edition, which is also available maybe depending on where you are. Taylor, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my goodness. Cozen Hand of Fantasius? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I butchered the name of that. I am so sorry, but thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, standard edition, deluxe edition, and ultimate edition. So if you have already purchased the game, you got one of these 3 editions. You either got standard, you either got deluxe, or you got ultimate. No matter which one you bought of these, you will get those gold items. You will get these items once the full release comes out. No matter which one you got. My boy math is spend money on video game, eat rice and chicken for a week to supplement. There you go. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. Yes. It is. Yeah. These are very exciting. I am very excited for these. Disney has a tight hold on my wallet. They're too good at taking my money. Yeah. If there's one thing that Disney is good at, it's taking people's money. For sure. The $30 is going to be for if you well, I think what you mean is the expansion pass. So this expansion pass right here is $30, and that is going to cost extra no matter what, unless you buy the gold edition on December 5th. That would be included. But you don't really need to buy the gold edition if you already have the game. There's really no reason for you to. I don't even think it would be worth it for the moonstones. Unless you want it on another platform, then maybe. But I would say, honestly, well, I guess it depends. Anyways, it's really just kind of up to you. But the expansion pass is what is going to cost extra on December 5th. The expansion pass, going back, we'll go back a little bit because I know we've had some folks join since we started. The expansion pass is coming out on December 5th, and it is called A Rift in Time. Cat Lady Lisa, thank you for the follow. It's called A Rift in Time, and it is going to be, it says you will dive into the, it's an all-new adventure across Eternity Isle, which I assuming is this right here, where you'll meet new friends, which I assume is going to be these characters, and probably, I'm guessing, some Aladdin characters, because we have Agrabah back here. Discover new biomes. So it looks like we're going to be getting at least 2 new biomes. We have like a jungle biome over here, and we have a desert biome over here. Immerse yourself in new gameplay features. In addition, key members of the Disney Dreamlight Valley team will reminisce over their favorite moments from the past year, give you a glimpse at upcoming updates. So they're doing a showcase next week that shows more of it. But so this expansion pass is what is going to cost $30, no matter what, whether you already have the game or not. But it is included as part of the gold edition. Yeah, you do, Bailey. You do have to, if you own the game on one system, you do have to buy it again to use it on another system. But once you do that, you'll be able to play the same save or get another save. Yeah, I'm ready for the 5th for sure. They're charging because it costs them money to make it. Yeah, they have to pay their workers. They have to pay for making the game. So they have to, game developers deserve to be paid. And they are going to continue making free updates as well. So we're getting this for $30, but we're also going to continue to get the free updates that we've already had. Excited for Eve because of Wally more than just Eve. Yes, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited that Wally's going to have a little buddy. I feel like Wally is so different than everybody else. He kind of doesn't fit in, so I'm excited for him to have his little buddy. But me on December 5th in my Disney cocoon, lights of a soft yellow, wrapped in my Pocahontas blanket, Disney classics on Disney Plus, RGB set to rainbow playing Rift in Time. It's called My Happy Place. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to play it, and I'm excited to stream it. It's gonna be fun to play it all together. Gameloft is a French company too, yes, and France takes care of their employees. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Gameloft is in France? It's a French company. It's cheaper to not get the Moonstones because it's on PC. It's $27 to get the extra 8,000 that you're missing out from just getting the expansion pass and the previous Founders versus the Gold. Okay, that's good to know. So it's not worth it to, if you already have the game, it's not worth it to, is there still music playing? Okay, wait. Yeah, if you already have the game, it's not worth it to buy the Gold edition just for the Moonstones, because you're not getting your money's worth, and you're going to be getting those exclusive items for free anyways. So you should just buy the expansion for $30. Unless you're already planning on buying it for another platform. But I would say even still, well, I guess it depends. If you have it on a console and you want to buy it for PC, maybe. But for me, I have it on PC and I want to get it on Switch. I'm going to get the Cozy Edition because that actually does get me stuff that I'm not going to be able to get otherwise. Do you think this is what they meant by explore new frontiers? We have the OG Valley Frontier, now the new Isle Frontier. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think this is it for sure. 100%, yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll eventually get some free content that's in that, but I definitely think so. I hope going forward they actually make the storyline more in depth in line with WoW and FF Online. Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like this expansion is very much like it feels like WoW to me. You know what I mean? Like World of Warcraft, that's how World of Warcraft works. Like you pay for the game. Well, it's a little bit different now. I think you don't have to pay. I don't think you have to pay for the base game in WoW anymore. But back in the day when I first started playing WoW, you pay for the base game. You also had to pay a subscription fee. So that was like $15 a month. So you had to buy the game. And then you have to pay the subscription fee, $15 a month. And then they would release expansion packs every like 2, 3, 4 years. And you would pay for those. And those would be like full like $60 things or $50, $60 things or more, because they always had like deluxe editions and whatnot. And then that was basically like the continuation of the story, right? So you could play WoW without getting the latest expansion, but at a certain point, the story just ends, right? And in order to continue the story, you have to keep paying for the expansion. So this really reminds me of that. It reminds me of that model, right? I wonder if the Capybara Jungle is a hint at Ember's new groove. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like, I'm not sure. That would be great though. I have the standard and I'm buying the expansion game. Yeah, me too. Are Game Pass users going to lose everything on December 5th? I don't think so. Now, the question that I have about Game Pass is like, because you'll get these like free items if you have purchased the game, the Founders Pack. I don't know if Game Pass users will get those, but you're not going to lose everything. So I need less realms and more areas to put stuff. Well, they're going to have the 2 new biomes will have areas to put stuff. Going back up to this. So they show the new area, like the new biomes back here. And one thing that they show is houses that we already have in the game in these biomes, which to me it implies, or it's like hinting at the fact that we'll be able to move our houses, like any houses that we already have in our valley. I think we're going to be able to move them over to these new biomes as well, which is great. Yeah, you don't have the expansion pass. You will have to buy. You will not have to buy. So this is the expansion pass. It's coming out on December 5th. You will have to buy this, but you will not have to buy the game again, the base game again. That's why I'm not upset about the game not going free, because that means they're able to keep paying more people to give us content for a long time. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think that it's like it's about microtransactions, right? Like if the game stays paid, then they're not going to have to rely as much on the microtransactions to get by, to pay the bills, right? So, like, I don't know. It's hard, right? Like, again, accessibility is a big thing, right? Like, you think about the accessibility, the financial accessibility of gaming, right? It's a really hard thing, because if it was possible, I would love every game to be free, and I would love every game to, have anybody be able to play it. No barriers, right? I mean, in a perfect world, that would be the case, and I would love that. Like, if I was a billionaire, well, okay, I would, if I was a billionaire, I would do a lot of things, like actually like try to like, you know, help people in world hunger and like all those things, of course. But if I was a billionaire, one thing that I would definitely try to do is I would try to somehow make gaming a more accessible hobby for everybody. Because it's a lot. You have to buy the console to play, or you have to buy a PC to play. And then obviously all the games cost money, right? But that being said, though, developers, and I've said this a couple times, so y'all are just, I'm on my soapbox, I'm sorry. Developers work very hard. Games cost money to make. So they deserve to be paid, and they deserve to at least recoup the cost that they, you know, spent to make the game. And at the end of the day, they have to make money, and so they have to think about, well, how are we going to make money, right? Because there are definitely a lot of games that are free to play, but those games, for the most part, not always, but because it just depends, but for the most part, free to play games really rely on microtransactions. And obviously in Disney Dreamlight Valley, we do have we have the premium currency, so it's not completely free of those sort of things. But it could be a lot worse, right? I mean, like, think about the worst mobile game that you've ever played. Think about, I don't know, what's an example? I played some really crappy mobile games. And it's like, actually, you know what? This isn't a crappy mobile game, but I'm going to use Good Pizza, Great Pizza as an example. And this is a game that I love, which is why I think it's a good example. Good Pizza, Great Pizza is a game that you can get for free on, it's not free on everything, but like on mobile, it's free. And that has a microtransaction where you have to buy this currency, and you use that currency to pay for upgrades. Not all of them, but certain upgrades in your pizza shop, right? And it gets a little bit annoying sometimes, because it's like, I'm playing it on my iPad, and I'm like, okay, I really want to get this, like, I'm tired of, like, it starts to get really hard after a while, and you're like, I want to get this upgrade. And it's like, okay, well, in order to get this upgrade, to make the game a little bit easier for myself, I have to either buy this currency, or I have to watch like a million ads, which is really annoying and kind of like diminishes my game experience a little bit. And don't get me wrong, like, I love Good Pizza, Great Pizza. Like, I love that game. But that kind of like pay to win mechanic is something that I really don't want to see in Dreamlight Valley. And I mean, I would like the, you know, in a perfect world, the game would be free, right? I'm not saying like, oh, I want people to have to pay for this game. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I mean, if it's that, or microtransactions that ruin my gaming experience, I don't know. Like, that's just kind of how it is, unfortunately. Anyways, that's my soapbox. The expansion is not available right now. No, it's coming on December 5th. Mobile games are so bad with microtransactions. They are. They definitely are. Yeah, they're doing a live stream November 1st. Yes. And they'll tell us more about it then. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm hoping they incorporate more Atlantis content. It was one of my faves. I feel like, look, I mean, we're looking at this. I'm seeing these like ancient ruins. Which is like Atlantis stuff. These look like the things that are in the ancient civilization category in the furniture mode. And the logo for the ancient civilization category is one of the alphabet letters from Atlantis. So I feel like we might be getting more of that. The staff, I believe, so you know how they said we were going to get a new tool? I think this is the new tool that we're getting. Yeah. Yeah, a monkey. I don't know what this is. A new critter, maybe? They haven't said anything about Game Pass users specifically, no. Hopefully they say more at the live stream next week. This is coming out. This is an expansion pack. It's going to cost $30, and it's coming out on December 5th. Yeah. All right, y'all. What time is it? I have to get off at 2. What time is it right now for me? 1:45. That's just enough time to log into the game for a second and check my Scrooges, which I've actually already checked, but we can just log in and kind of bop around for a few minutes before I have to get off. Any other thoughts, questions that I can try to answer about all that stuff? He's not a villain, he's just misunderstood. Stop. Not the thirst for Gaston. So I just want to reiterate again as far as the updates, right? So that is a paid update, but not every update is going to be paid. So they're introducing paid updates. They've been open about the fact that they were going to be doing that from the very beginning. So yeah, there's that. But also, they have also said that they are going to continue to provide free content updates. So it's not like I see like some comparisons to like The Sims, like kind of yes, kind of no. Yes, in that there are going to be paid updates, but also The Sims, the only way to get the updates is to pay for them, except for like a few like very small updates that they've made in the lifetime of The Sims 5. But according to what they say, they're going to be continuing to provide free regular content updates, just like the ones that we've been seeing, even with these paid expansions coming too. So it's not like the game is just like done unless you pay, if that makes sense. So, gas stands, stop. Jail, all of you jail. The Jafar thirst, stop. Okay, wait, no, I might be a little bit on. I'm a little bit in on that one. Okay, y'all got me there. Oh my god, y'all are too much. The main Forgotten storyline will be free. The main Forgotten storyline is already free. It's already included in the game. They're going to still continue to provide even more free content updates, even besides the ones that are already out, because yeah, the Forgotten storyline is already done. So that was already part of the main game. But they're gonna continue to provide more, according to what they say. Yeah. Withholding important characters. Yeah. I mean, I guess, but I mean, I see that, but again, they've been open about the fact that they will be eventually charging for characters, and important characters is subjective, I think. Like, what's important? What does important mean? Like, who is it important to? What is it important for? So, yeah, I mean, look, if it was up to me, all this stuff would be free. If I could get everything for free, obviously that would be the best case scenario for me personally, and for many of us, all of us, right? Who doesn't want free? But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just what they're doing. At least Gaston is a man and not the beast. Do y'all think, I think that eventually we're gonna get one of those stream bundles that it will turn the beast into Prince Adam. Do y'all think we're gonna get that eventually? I think we will. I feel like a lot of us love the enemies to lovers trope after reading this chat, but like, I respect that, because no, literally same. Enemies to lovers is my favorite trope, but like a real enemies to lovers, like hate to lovers, right? Like, I feel like a lot, like if you read in fantasy, it's like a little bit different because the stakes are higher, so it's like easier to be like true enemies. But I feel like a lot of like modern like enemies to lovers is more just like rivals to lovers, or like we didn't like each other at first, to lovers, but I like a real like slow burn enemies to lovers. I love it. I think that's why I like Lion King 2, because I like Kovu. So yeah. What is your opinion on what is to come about Skull Rock? I think that's probably going to be included in one of the free updates. That's my guess. Don't know for sure, but I feel like that will be in a free update. I think we're gonna get a storyline that has to do with like Peter Pan or Hook or something like that. So yeah. The paid update is called Rifts of Time. Wait, I already forgot what it was called. And it's coming out on December 5th. I'm complaining, but TBH, I'll have to spend the money because I'm obsessed. Just hope the price is justifiable. Yes, see that? I'm totally with you. $30 is kind of hefty, especially considering that is what the game costs right now. The game cost is going to go up on December 5th. If you already have the game, you won't have to pay for it again. But like for anybody who's buying the game for the first time, after December 5th, the cost is going to go up. But right now it's $30. So it's basically like paying for the game again. And I do hope the cost is justifiable. I do. Seems like it might be, because we're getting a bunch of new characters. We're getting a new storyline. We're getting new biomes. But we'll have to see. We won't know that until we see more and or actually play the game. So yeah, they'll have sales for sure. I'm sure they will. Yeah, the Forgotten is the one who mentioned hearing things in it. That's a good point. No, please, because honestly, he's ugly as Prince Adam. Okay, well, okay. So, I mean, like for Ursula, right? Like, you could still buy the Dream Bundle and unlock that and still keep her as Ursula. So, like, you know. I'm glad we're on the same page. The validation is spicy and welcome. See, y'all get me, and we get each other. And this is why I love us. You know, we get it. Who needs the cult game when you have this chat? No, literally. Just as spicy. Am I right? Will it be an update or a new game we'll have to buy? So the expansion pass is going to be a new DLC. So you will have to pay for the expansion pass. When the game, they're also like, oh man, it's so they made this literally so complicated. So on December 5th, the game is leaving early access, but if you already have the game, that in and of itself is not going to change anything for you. So you're not going to have to buy the game again. You're not going to have to pay more money or anything like that. The only thing, if you already own the game, the only thing that you'll have to pay for, if you want it, is the expansion pass, which will be $30. But if you're buying it for the first time after December 5th, like if you don't own it and you're buying it for the first time, or if you're buying it for a new platform, then the price is going to go up for a new purchase of the game. Yeah, Christmas sale. I bet they will. I hope they do. Based on the image, it seems like a big update. I agree. It does seem like a big update based on the image. Because we're getting a whole new, like, world, basically. We're getting, which includes new biomes and at least 3 new characters, but possibly more. And then like the new biomes are gonna bring, am I out of natural rock path? I guess oh no, here we are. The new biomes are gonna bring new critters, new plants, new gameplay, all kinds of stuff. So yeah. We'll see. We just gotta wait till Wednesday, y'all. Keep calm, decorate your valley, and think happy thoughts. Yes, everybody find your zen. It's gonna be okay. There is going to be a the showcase on Wednesday. which will give us more information about not only the expansion pass, but also the upcoming free updates. Yeah. We're in this together. We got this. We're all in it together. We're all in this together. The item limit, I don't know if that's a good question. I don't know if the item limit will go up once they have new stuff or new areas. I hope so. Will you have to pay if you play through Game Pass? Sorry if you already said. So I think you would have to, I don't know this for sure because they haven't really said anything explicitly about Game Pass. I'm hoping they give more information about that at the showcase. But I think that what will probably happen is you will still have access, like you'll still be able to play the game. But if you want the expansion, you would still have to pay for the expansion. If that makes sense. I think. I will also only have to buy the expansion even if I only got the standard edition. Yes, correct. That's correct. And if you already have the standard edition, then you will also get those gold items. There's some exclusive items that you'll get just for being in the founders, like for being in the early access, which is like really good items. I have no chill. This is all I'm gonna think about until Wednesday. Same. Oh my God, like literally, okay, this was me this morning, okay? This news came out. Nola in my Discord brought it to my attention because she posted about it in our, by the way, quick plug for the Discord. Because all this conversation that we're having, we had like already, a bunch of us had already like been talking about it in the Discord. So if you like chatting with people, really cool people, if I say so myself, about Disney Dreamlight Valley, I do have a Discord server. The Discord server is not all Disney Dreamlight Valley. It is, let me get a little linky. It's not all Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's like a cozy games Discord. So we also talk about all kinds of like other stuff as well. But we do have a channel just for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it's very active, and we talk about Disney Dreamlight Valley all the time. So join my Discord is my point if you want to, because it's really cool. I'm trying to put a link. Here we go. My thingy is not working, so there we go. And then on TikTok, if you want to join my Discord, the best way to do that would be to go to the link in my bio, because it's there. But anyways, so back to my story. So me this morning, I'm like, I literally have a full to-do list today. Okay, full to-do list. I've got to do some videos for a brand. I've got to, like, I had stream, of course. I had I need to do some editing on my Forest of Valor video. I'm going to the Renaissance Festival tomorrow, so I have to like prepare for that. And then, of course, this news drops and all of my plans out the window. Like, I was like, well, that's my day then. So like I recorded a YouTube video with information. So after stream, I got to edit the video, upload it. And I still have a bunch of, I'm probably gonna make a TikTok video, all this stuff. So then I was like, like, oh my God, like crazy. If I already have the game since day one, do I have to buy the gold pass? No. Yeah, if you have the game already, the cosmetic items that would be part of the gold pass are gonna be sent to you automatically without having to get the gold pass. My Twitch name is the same. Thank you for asking. My Twitch name is the same as my TikTok name. It's Leylindria. And there's a link to my Twitch in my bio on TikTok too. I will keep busy until Wednesday with my valley since I let my intrusive thoughts win and ripped every biome apart and got rid of every. Yeah, okay, y'all. Look. I'm with you there. I'm with you there, Ash. You see my peaceful meadow? It is literally empty because well, my chat convinced me. They bullied me, and I'm just kidding. I did it on stream the other day. I ripped this apart. So I'm with you there, and this is what I'm going to be working on to keep my mind off things. Also, probably, I don't know. Who knows what else? I think it's actually okay if you already have the game or buy it before December 5th. You can literally just buy the cheapest version like I did and still get so much content. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For sure. So if you've bought the game before December 5th, like, it's cool because you're still gonna get those really cool items from the gold pack, the gold edition. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mushroom House, y'all. Yeah, this Mushroom House is in the premium shop last week. I'm sure it'll come back at some point. But isn't it cute? What do y'all think of this layout? I don't know. I don't know if I love the Mushroom House right here. So this is like, so I have this house, Mickey is over here, and then this area where all this stuff is, and I have Goofy's house. This is gonna be like a farm/farmer's market eventually. And then this is gonna be right here, and then I don't know what I'm gonna put over here. Maybe just some like parky kind of stuff, picnicky stuff. And then this is gonna be like Prince Eric's like courtyard right here. But yeah, so cute. So cute. I have my mushroom in my garden area. I love that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Kat. It does look a little bit like, it kind of, I don't know. I feel like this is a good spot for it, like right here. But at the same time, I'm like, I really want my farm to be there. So I don't know. I'm like, I can't, I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle here. And then I tried to put it right here, but I don't like the way that it looks from the plaza. Like, I don't like, look, hold on. So my plaza is city themed. And so I don't like the mushroom right there. I don't think it looks good. I think it's distracting right there. So I don't know, it's hard. I finished my meadow and plaza. I'm tearing them apart and fixing them. Yeah, I've done that so many times. Can you show all over the village high up? Sure. Yeah, so I don't have everything done. Okay. I've had more done in the past, but I just ripped apart my peaceful meadow. So this used to all be done. It's not anymore. This is my plaza. Not quite finished. I still need to do some details. And then my Forest of Valor is also done, and this is very foresty, so it's like you can't really see much. It's like all trees, really. But I do have Fairy Godmother there, Merlin there, and the Purple Cottage is there. And then this is my beach. Prince Eric's ship. Stitch's house. So this is like a boardwalk kind of. This is a more natural beach area. And this is the Pirate Cove. Right there. And that's honestly pretty much all I have done, if I'm being real with y'all. Like, the rest is just kind of like halfway done stuff. So nothing exciting over here. So yeah. All right, folks. Prince Eric's ship was a premium skin for the houses. I bought it with moonstones. Thank you, Kat. That's sweet. Appreciate you. I do feel like pathing is something that I enjoy, and I like the way that I do my pathing. Thank you, Megs. Yeah, if y'all are interested, if anybody is interested, I do have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I'll put a link in Twitch. And maybe. And then on TikTok, it's in my bio. And in my YouTube channel, oh, thank you, Nexus. You beat me. Thank you. Appreciate you. On my YouTube channel, I post a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and I have like tours. I have a tour of my original plaza. I have a tour of my second plaza. This is my third plaza that I'm on right now. I have 2 different Peaceful Meadow tours. I have some Forest of Valor stuff, and I'm working on. I also have a video that's literally just like a bunch of tips for decorating, which does include, I talk about how I do paths and stuff. And then I'm working on I just finished my Forest of Valor, like a week ago. So I'm working on that video right now. So, yeah. Start path is 4 days. All right, folks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head off for the day. This has been so fun. I have absolutely loved chatting with you all and figuring all this very confusing news out. The Panfried Art, thank you so much. Oh, I missed a bunch of follows. I'm sorry. My headphones died, so I can't actually hear anything. So I haven't been hearing the notifications about follows. But Panfried Art, thank you. Whittle Chick, thank you. Matcha Mochi, thank you so much. Inby, thank you so much for the follow. And Cat Lady Lisa, thank you as well. Appreciate y'all. Taylor, Celadon, thank you. Oh my gosh, so sorry I was behind on those, but I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Wednesday is November 1st. Wednesday is the big showcase. So my current plan is, so the showcase is at 12 p.m. my time, which is Central Time. They have all their time zones up on their website, or like in their Twitter and stuff. You can see the time zones, or at least some of them. But my stream usually starts at 11 a.m. on Wednesdays, which is an hour before. So I think the plan is maybe we'll gather. I'm going to try to co-stream, which is like try to stream both of them at the same time. I'm going to see about that. So we'll probably gather at around like 11. We'll chat for a little bit, and then we'll try to co-stream, and then we can talk about it as it's happening. But that's the plan. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here, and I will see y'all. I will see y'all next week. Okay? Bye, everybody.